Hi, I'm Emily, the Creative Director for Heartfelt Creations. I just got back from Australia, so I want to say hi and welcome to all the new Australia fans and those that are coming back to the videos again. When I was in Australia, they tried to convince me that Vegemite is the food to eat. It is not, so if you haven't tried it, don't use it. I did try the Tim Tam Slams. That was great. So in this video today, I'm going to show you some great techniques with the Sweet Lullaby Collection, showing how to color with some chalk pastels and add some ribbon to the new decorative dies. You won't want to miss it, so join me while learn some new things together today. In the Sweet Lullaby Collection, you have a lot of main images that I like to color with like a chalk pastels. It really gives it a soft, elegant look. So these images are perfect to use with your chalks. So you'll see the image that I'm using is from the Sweet Dreams pre-cut set, and I stamped this in the center of an open card panel with the brown ink. So to get started, I wanted to add just a little bit of pink. You could make it blue if you're doing a boy card. I'll pull up one of these little sponges. I'll just add a little bit of a pink behind. So you can really do a quick coloring. So if you wanted it lighter, I have a lighter pink in there as well. Let me see, we'll do a little bit of light pink on the rosebuds. So there's 3 main rosebuds on this one. If you wanted to accent with a darker pink, you could go back, just add a little bit of the dark pink in there. So with the chalks, it's a quick way to color and add some accents very easily with the color. So these chalks are also a little bit shimmery. I'll grab just a little bit of a yellow for the skin. Let's see if this makes it look too yellow. No, that looks good. It just kind of gives it a little bit of a cream color. So we'll do that on the baby's face, and you could do that a little bit on the bear's face as well. It might be a little bit hard to see that on camera, but we'll give this baby some golden hair. Maybe I should add a little bit of a, oops. I'll make sure my sponge is sticking out a little bit. Let's do a brighter yellow because that yellow is not showing up as much. And you can always tone these colors down a little bit. If it's too bright, I might go back and add just a hint of brown to it. Just do soft. You can even kind of shade it with the outer edges. There we go. Then the blanket I did in a yellow as well. I'm just going to grab a larger sponge and just kind of do the background in the yellow. Oops, let me do a little bit more of the yellow. So if you want it bright, just make sure you have enough chalk on there. So it's a quick way to add the color. On this blanket, on the finished card sample, you'll see that I added just a little bit of those pearls in there. If you wanted to go back and color the bear, there is a tan. I like this little tool gadget. It kind of picks up those little sponges. These sponges did come with a set. If you don't have sponges, you could also use Q-tips. Those will work perfectly. I'm going to add a little bit of green in the ruffle of the bed in the background. And then we'll finish it off. So this is just a kind of a quick coloring technique. If you're coloring those main images, I don't really try to just stay inside the line when I'm coloring the leaves. If you want to set it, you could spray a sealer spray over the top. Oftentimes I don't, but I do know some people do like to do that. So you very quickly have that image all colored. I have a little bit of green in there yet. And then on this card, you'll also see that I accented it with a tag that I cut out with the coordinating die, and then I used the eyelet flowers from the die, so we'll show you how I shaped those. To create these flowers, what I did is I took the die and cut out these flowers out of cream cardstock, and you'll see in the die there are 3 different sizes of flowers, and it's like an eyelet flower. Now this flower actually debosses, so you do have to shim it up pretty tightly to make sure that these centers will get cut out. When you release it from the die, if not all of the centers are cut out, you can go back with your paper piercer and just kind of press down into those little holes, and those will just flake right out. And when you're finished doing that, you can just kind of brush it off on the back. But to shape these, I will take my, let me see, let's do the 6mm stylus, and I'll just flip these stamps side down. I had cut these out of cream cardstock and then sprayed a little bit of pink Tattered Angel mist on the top just to add a little bit of color to it. Or you could also use the paper from the Sweet Lullaby paper collection and use some of the pink or blue, whatever color flowers you're trying to create. Once you have it shaped on the back, you'll flip it right side up, and just press down in the center. And I'll do that on both of the flowers. Now, to layer these flowers on top of each other, I take my glue and I add a little bit of glue on the small flower. So we'll do that and let's put that right in the center. I do like to offset those petals. And then once that's in there, just press down in the middle. When you press down in the middle and hold it a little bit, that will just pop that flower right back up and shape it very nicely. So that should be good to go. So you have a very dimensional flower. So I use that technique in most of my flowers when I'm actually layering them together. In the die, you'll also see this wheel. This is designed to be a carriage, but I'll cut it apart, show you how to use it as an umbrella. You can also use it as decorative pieces, and then this is like a little baby booty, and then this is a handle for an umbrella. So as you can see on this card, I added it to this card front and created a baby carriage. So I did 2 wheels on the bottom and used lots of glitter, and I threaded a ribbon through here, which I'll show you in just a little bit. On this card, you'll see that we just used the carriage topper and created an umbrella with the ribbon threaded through it, and then added the umbrella handle. So you can create a congratulation card or a baby card, and you can switch it up and do it as a baby shower card, or you could even use it as a bridal shower card. Here's a little booty that I threaded the ribbon through as well. So to get started, I'll just show you how to cut this apart to create the umbrella. You'll see this decorative piece right here. I'll just kind of snip this apart with my scissors, and you can go back and just kind of round those loops to make sure that they look nice and even. So you'll just cut that apart and you have that topper for an umbrella. And I'm sure there's many other creative ideas that you could do with this one. I've done it as creative accents to layouts or as borders and so forth. To thread the ribbon, you'll see that I already started it on this umbrella piece up here. But what I did is I took a ribbon that fit right in these loops, and I'm using this paper piercer is pretty long. We have a tool set that has this piercer, and then the other side is a curler. But I'm using the piercer side today. So what you'll do is, after you've started it, you'll lay this down and you'll pull this ribbon up through it. So once that's kind of up through there, I'll take my paper piercer and just loop that through. So it feels a little bit awkward or difficult at first, but once you kind of get the hang of it, it might be easier if you pick it up. Just pull that through. If you hold it on the opposite side, it kind of makes that you don't pull out the one that you just pulled through. Once that's pulled through, you can just pull it back to the correct side, and then you will bring this back up. And that kind of creates a nice ruffled effect. Now on our website, you will see that some of the design team members actually added the ruffle on the bottom. So you can really experiment with different widths of ribbons and have a lot of fun creating your own. So to make sure that these are all the same length, I'll just go back and kind of stick my paper piercer through and just pull those up a little bit. But just as long as it kind of looks nice and even, I'll just keep it like that. So I kind of use the eyeballing technique on that. To finish it, I will take my glue, and on the back, just add a little bit of the glue and then pull that ribbon out and just hold that a little bit. So while that's kind of drying, I'm just going to pull this to the side. And on this card, you'll see that I have this card panel in the background. That's what I used here, and I stamped "It's a Shower" on this image, and then I arch the umbrella on the side. I'm going to trim this ribbon off, and I'll trim this ribbon off on this side. It's not quite dry on that side yet, but I want to show you how I glued it down. Once this is ready to glue down, just add some glue on the side. I just do it on the top, and then when you go to glue this umbrella down, I'm going to catch this ribbon just a little bit on that side. You just kind of push that up like this, and you can kind of arch it down however you like. But I kind of created like a little bit of a bubble on the top, so we'll kind of hold that down. You can see that. Hold it for just a couple seconds, and if you make sure that it's kind of puffed up a little bit, that will create that look of the umbrella arch. So if you're using a wet glue, you'll probably want to just hold it for just a couple seconds. But I absolutely love this effect. So once that's glued, I'm going to hold it just a little bit in there. Let me get my umbrella handle. I'll add a little bit of glue down here. This kind of puts your multitasking skills to effect. You know, who can wait around for glue to dry, right? So we'll put this down. And I'll just kind of stick the umbrella right up in the center, and you have a quick and easy card. Wasn't that simple? So you have it's a shower, you have the little umbrella on the side, and you're good to go. So you also have this little booty that you can add some ribbon to as well. So if you have a narrow ribbon, this will work perfectly for your baby cards. The stamps in the Sweet Lullaby collection consist of the Sweet Little One pre-cut set, which has a rattle in it, and this little baby in a branch. In my next video, I'll show you how to create a little shaker rattle and how to switch this sentiment around and cut it out with a circle of die. So you'll want to make sure you watch that. I also have the Sweet Dreams, which we showed earlier, and how to color that. But all the main images in these sets can be colored with the chalks or your Copic markers or whatever you like. You'll see on this set, I made these little epoxy circles. To see how to create these, you can watch my video in the Celebrate the Journey collection, but we have these circle sentiments that you can easily add as accents to your cards or layouts. And then we have this background. I like to cut it apart. Our design team members have amazing samples in the gallery on how to use these stamps as well. So you'll want to make sure to check out the gallery for these. On this card, you'll see that I use that baby background. I'll also be showing how to do that in my second video in May. So we'll pull this away, and we have the Lullaby Darlings, which you have this cute little boy image with some happy little birds, a kitty, and the girl. If you need inspiration on how to color her, there's some colored images on the paper that you can kind of see how those look once those are all colored. This is the Sweet Lullaby paper collection. In this collection, you're getting the 24 double-sided papers. This is a very nice pastel colors, and you can use them for your baby cards, but I will be using this a lot for my other cards as well. So on the inside, we've got your card panels. This one is filled with the A2 card panels, and you can just add your flowers, your dimensional images, or your stamp directly to the card panels like I showed you on the first image we colored. So this is the card panel I had used with the chalk coloring technique. This is the one I used with the umbrella, so you can really use those a lot of different ways. And then we have these open panels, and then we have the tags on the side that goes with our luggage and tag set die, so you can cut them out with the coordinating die. Here you have some more open card front panels. And then we go into the 6x6 panels. These are just smaller versions of some of our main background images. These are great for your card making, so you have nice, small, delicate patterns for your baby cards. But I am so in love with this paper collection. I'm like, I can make so much more than just the baby cards on these. With this one, we also have this double page layout spread. Actually, I'm holding that one upside down. This is the correct way. On the back, you'll see these two photos. That creates a double page layout. In my second video in May, I'm going to show you how to quickly create double page layouts. You'll love it. So this is the one side, and then this is the second side. So you can use those side by side in your albums. So I absolutely love this, and I'll show you that in the second video in May. So the rest of the papers, you can see which one I loved. This is kind of more like a main paper, and then we have this set with all the tags that you can cut out with the luggage and tag set die. I'll flip these papers around, and you can see the other side. So we have kind of like a plaid baby background on this one. And this has like a baby blanket with some little buttons. It's absolutely adorable. And here we have the little girl with her kitty in the corner. This has like a little small floral sprays. It's a very small, delicate pattern. I love the corners. I would cut this out in a 6x6 and use that as a main corner of my card. We have the carriage in the corner along with some floral sprays. This is a nice pink color palette. Here we have little rosebuds with a smattering of green leaves. Here we have the little boy in the corner with the little birdies. Then we have a baby word background, and then we finish it off with this kind of like a diamond floral pattern. Thank you so much for joining me today. You can see many more samples of this collection on our website at heartfeltcreations.us. The design team has so many samples of this specific collection. I didn't have quite as many in this video, so make sure you check that out. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to ensure that you don't miss the upcoming videos. Leave comments below to let me know what you learned, what you'd like to see in the future. I love to hear from you. I'm always looking to see what new techniques you'd like to learn and everything like that. So thank you so much for joining me today. It was great having you with me on the video, and I'll see you next time.